Ladies and gentlemen, welcome to this episode of The Dan Dawson Show. Now, what if Dan were to tell you there's an adult that's talking to your kid in secret and won't let you listen? This adult's not their father, not their mother, not their brother or their sister. The Tacoma School District, which is a rock's throw from me. Matter of fact, my daughter attended a school in Tacoma School District. I'm so glad it wasn't this school and this teacher. Now, to put this in context, this is a 10-year-old child and a grown adult, supposed to be teacher. But what do they say about adults? What do we always tell kids? Adults that want you to keep secrets are no good. If they don't want you to tell your parents something, they're no good. So to put this in full context, understand that the Tacoma School District here sent a letter home trying to make parents promise not to watch their kids' school sessions. And now we know why. Well, we already knew. Now we have proof why. They're teaching leftist ideology and telling these kids not to tell their parents. Well, remember the video I shared, and it's on my Facebook. It's this Austrian woman who lived through World War II, and that was one of the things the Nazis did. I keep saying the Liberal Party has become the Nazi Party, the Democratic Socialist Party. Think about it. They're using BLM to silence people. BLM is literally attacking Trump supporters. Why? Because they have a difference of opinion? Well, this is what this country is built upon. But to get back to these grown adults, see, it's not just one teacher. It's the entire system. So I am encouraging you, if you have the opportunity, and you live in Tacoma, and you cannot send your kid to private school, because private school is expensive, but now they're coming out with vouchers and stuff, so you might be able to. But go to the classroom unannounced. And they won't let you sit in the classroom. I know because it happened to me. Just a day I had off, and I'm like, you know what, I'm going to go downstairs with the teacher, my daughter, and stuff like this. And they wouldn't let me in. They wouldn't let me, no, you can't view the classroom. I'm like, why? Why? What's going on in that classroom that you don't want a parent sitting there? And it was a whole big thing. Me and the principal got into it, took my daughter out of school that day, immediately got her enrolled in a different school district. I had to move to do it. But I was willing to make that sacrifice because this is my daughter's future, and I want her to be a free thinker. What I mean by free thinker is, me and my daughter do not agree on everything political, right? And that's her right not to agree with me, and I don't want anybody, especially when they're 10 years old, some authority figure, because teachers are authority figures. They have your kid trapped there. And guess what? It's against the law for you not to send your kid there. Think about that. If that's never an internment camp, because you're teaching an ideology. What's ideology have to do with education? You're not teaching them math. You're not teaching them English. Half of our kids don't even graduate. And if they do, they're subpar with the rest of the nation. It's ridiculous. Or the rest of the world speaking, right? But you want to teach them this leftist, liberal, loony ideology. But let me play this audio for you. And I actually got this from the Ben Shapiro show, so I'm going to give credit where credit is due. They actually posted this. I didn't see it even though it's 10 minutes down the road because this stuff doesn't make news. Not left-wing news, and it's all left-wing unless you listen to Fox News or you go find these little YouTube and Facebook channels like Ben Shapiro and stuff like that. And I would encourage you to do that. So here goes the audio, and this is the teacher speaking.
And role models that we should admire. The example that was shared in the chat, which I went ahead and erased for us, was not appropriate, right? Especially as that individual has created so much division and hatred between people, and specifically spoken hatred to many different individuals. Okay, so I do apologize for kicking you out of the conference as I went ahead and adjusted our settings, but the settings should be adjusted now. should be locked for today, just because I realized that maybe that question wasn't clear enough. So we'll go ahead and skip on that for today. Okay. Again, that individual has spoken hate to many individuals, and I don't think is an appropriate example for a role model. We should be admired. You say who? Okay. With that being said.
All right, ladies and gentlemen, if you've noticed in there, he's talking to these 10-year-old kids, and you notice the F-bomb came out of his mouth? Now, I'm watching the Ben Shapiro show on Facebook. So Ben Shapiro, and I think it's Michael Knowles filling in for him. The Ben Shapiro show couldn't even play this on Facebook, that word. But he feels free to use it to 10-year-old kids after he bullied one about who his hero was or was going to be. Think about that. Do not let these people have control of your kids. It's time to raise hell. It is time to raise hell. That's just where we're at. These are our kids. So what if the kid likes Donald J. Trump? So what if he said LeBron was his hero? So what if he said Daffy Duck or Superman or Batman? It's all about control. I guarantee if he said Joe Biden, we wouldn't be having this conversation. But think about that. So here's what I want you to do. When your kids are doing these online classes with these teachers, cast a listening ear. See what's going on. Stay back out of the camera background. Or, with technology now, just record the session. You never know what you'll find in there. It's sick, it's disgusting, and it's just further proof the Democratic Socialist Party is nothing more than a New Day Nazi party. Thank you. I've presented you the proof. Do with it what you like. Make sure your kids are not being programmed. So, thank you. Like, subscribe. Do what you got to do.